Hi, my name is Jeremy John DeVito. I've been on this discussion for a while. I guess this will be acid birth defects part 3. I've got a cold, so bear with me. The point is, I've broken it down to acid birth defect type 0, 1, 2, and 3. Acid birth defect type 0 is mine, rarest of all the acid birth defect types. It happens in the developmental stage, and if you have like a genetic disposition or natural intelligence, then the rarest, being type 0, leaves you in a conundrum. You're aware of time itself, all developmental time, strings out like a web. It's ridiculous. And because the instinct is there, the division of time is there. So the auto-clear division was based on a time anomaly in developmental time. And that is acid BD, or acid birth defect type 0, which is very rare. It's basically, it defines the position of God and everything else. If you get into Scientology, you'll actually figure out what central O's are on planets. And that would be me. Which sucks, because my life sucks, because this town sucks, and it's full of sex offenders, so I get the worst of it. Then there's type 1. Type 1's like a one-way idiot. It's just a trip, it's a fun thing, they're usually stupid. Autistic, Asperger's, all those. I don't think those are actually acid BDs, but I have a feeling they're a relative result. Something to do with time, death, and death, but that's a whole nother philosophy. But type 1 is usually not aware of it, just gets lost in the trip, is stupid. It's the most common version of it. I say type 2 has a sense of awareness. Basically, if you add natural intelligence, type 2 would be genetic disposition. Meaning a genetic disposition would be the only instinctual difference, and then type 3 would be natural intelligence, which would be a general core awareness. But there's no genetic disposition that guards them. Now, genetic disposition will guard you. Natural intelligence will not. If you have both natural intelligence and a genetic disposition, you have a guard and awareness, thus type 0, me. I've gotten this far in the matter, but proving that to science and everything else, I've gotten doctors hyped up, and hopefully I can get some other people friggin' more interested in solving this, because I've noticed junkies, pervs, all types of things love to screw with the nervous system of these birth defects, and I found they were absolutely addicted to type 0. Meaning, I actually found they're addicted to causing me distress. Almost like a primal need. Plus, type 1, type 2, and type 3, because they don't have what I have, are instinctually or awarely stuck on me. So I've actually met acid birth defects that friggin' hate type 0s because they either can't solve it, or what they're aware of, they can't get past. They have to accept defeat, or else they're ripping time. It's like stupid when they get competitive. So you can't get competitive with acid BD type 0 because it runs time. If type 1, 2, or 3 gets competitive, then there's a responsibility of time. And I've seen them bob and weave through that. But you don't even want to know the acid BD creep zone, which I found too, which is really disgusting. Which is basically criminal disabled, or criminally disabled in ill will or ill intent. Sort of pathetic. But they definitely don't like type 0 to stand, so I usually have to suffer like a shitload of fucking bullshit time. Hoping people figure this birth defect out, because existing or being born as a type 0 acid BD is pure agony. It's pure distress. Nothing but pain and suffering through the nervous system. Everything's just a constant run of time in auto-clear division. It's a horrible fate. on an ignorant planet. I mean, I know why my universal study project succeeded. I know why I could make contact, but I hate getting into the details. But people are really stupid. They don't know how universal count goes. My favorite saying is, if you find the universal mother and the universal father, then you're in for a run account. Because death and debt and time in the universal mother and the universal father would blow your fucking mind. That's why I'm not worried about Scientology and all their bullshit. I already beat them. Apparently Type 0 does just that. It beats everything. Automatic. It's sort of annoying to just exist winning but losing at the same time infinitely. It really ensures each planet, basically, when you find these types of time anomalies, it ensures each planet will always have an educated sense of time in root O, in death and debt, and all that other stuff. Basically, an entire planet's history can be defined in these time anomalies. All rule count. It's actually pretty simple. Asia figured this out, but the rest of the planet didn't. And even when Asia solved it, they brought it to a horrible depth. So they ensured that they're unavoidably responsible for the all-resolve of it, but all they have to do is just sit in the anchor or resolve of it and watch the show of the planet Earth. That would be Asia. I mean, most of these people are caught on, like, Tokyo drift algorithms. It's all like emotional algorithms. If you get into acting or anything like that, you get into singular emotional algorithms in developmental time. Every emotion develops in time. And that's what most people don't get. Now, if you have genetic disposition and natural intelligence and awareness of developmental time because of something that you're not responsible for, that creation is responsible for in provider algorithms, then the emotion of developmental time in provider algorithms is even greater than most emotions. Thus, self-provider emotion in developmental time, provider algorithm in developmental time, and just singular emotions and their interference in developmental time. It's all categorized. It's all organized. It's all calculated. It's all clear divided. It's all countable from one angle or another. Point is, acid birth defects, resolve them, solve them, or the planet's doomed. I mean, people are bitching about all this government shit. All these governments are constructed on this fact. And that's what the citizens don't realize. That the governments can say, do anything. They can lie. They can cheat infinite. Why? Because everybody is in debt to death on developmental time, on one root reason or another. And they're too competitively ignorant to ever admit it. It's so simple. I mean, hell, just on the nerves of homosexuals, I found that using the backwards dick clocks these things out on catch-22 so fucking fast it's not even funny. But that's another philosophy for another time. Anyways, though, point is, acid BD type 0, very dangerous. It's a government interest. That is a fact. UN, everything runs off the count of it. Why? You run off the count of anything else, you're a liar. It was that simple. Even my own mom has no idea how the government kidnapped her own son. She'll never figure it out. All they had was one target. But, again, that's another point of evidence for another time. And that can just be ended in a malpractice case and dusted under the rug. That's how simple it is to beat psychology. But whatever. They're so full of shit. I know where they're running the timelines. This is stupid. Game over. There is no social drama. There is only social self-creations that run on their own developmental time that I keep track of the death debt on. That is that simple. Bye. Peace. I love everybody. I'm a Buddhist with a disability, holding social